All right, we're sitting here next to former Manchester United defender Dennis Irwin. Now, Dennis, how has your trip to Malaysia been so far this time around?
Hectic. Flew in yesterday. Played some good golf today. It was a Maybank Pro Am. Played with Darren Clark and a couple of other lads. We had a really good team. We didn't win. Finished in the top half, but it was a great experience. The course is in fantastic condition. Greens are a lot quicker than what I'm used to back home. It was a little bit hot, very hot, but it's great to play with pros. You see how good they are, how straight they hit the ball.
You must be quite competitive yourself.
Well, you got to be. We were competitive as a team actually, but unfortunately we weren't just good enough to win.
But you actually won something. I think you won the longest drive, was it?
Yeah, surprise. I can't believe that, but yeah, I mean, my putting wasn't great, but I drove it well. But we enjoyed ourselves, and Darren was very good company as well. He spoke to the lads.
Who was one of the top players that you were very excited playing against for the Pro Am this morning?
Well, Danny Willett was playing.
Yeah. He was in form, no?
He was in form, was he? Yeah. I didn't see him obviously because we were out and about concentrating on our game. Paul McGinley, fellow Irishman, was playing as well. So it was good. Tongchi Jaidi, of course.
The Thai player.
Yeah, he was here. So it was good. I think everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah. Do you manage to play with some Malaysian players?
I did. One Singaporean man and one Malaysian man, one local from KL. He played very well actually. But it was very enjoyable, enjoyable.
Hopefully that Malaysian player
will win
left a good impression on you.
Yeah, well, anytime I come to this part of the world, it's fantastic. You really get well looked after. The food's great, so it's an honour to work for Manchester United and come across to be invited by Maybank to come across to Malaysia.
To come to Malaysia, yeah. But as Dennis, you're as a footballer. Were there any sports idols that you looked up to when you were growing up, outside of football field though? I'm sure there were a lot of footballers that you looked up to, but any golfers maybe?
Well, always the Irish golfers. Christy O'Connor Sr., watched a bit of him. I was into a bit of Irish sports as well. Hurling, you've probably never heard of it, have you?
No.
And Gaelic football. But golf would be, golf always is probably footballers' favourite sport. Got a lot of downtime when you're a footballer, and you get an opportunity to play golf. We've got a lot of good ex-United players who are good golfers. Dwight York's off 1 or 2, Lee Sharp's off 2, and Clayton Blackmore's off scratch. So it's just, I think it comes natural to footballers that they're good golfers and that. And it's great to get out as well because the weather in England's been awful the last. So that was my first game for 3 months, so I was quite happy the way I played.
Yeah, the weather's good today in Malaysia.
Weather's good.
Yeah, but how did you pick up golf though? I mean, did it only happen when you were in football already?
No, I played, when I was growing up in Cork, I played a bit of pitch and putt, and then when I moved to England, just played golf gradually. And I mean, I don't play it every week, but when I play it, I love it. I love watching it. I was lucky enough to go, well, I've been to a European Open in Ireland, I've been to an Irish Open, I've been to the British Open, a Royal Lytham, and I was very fortunate to be at the Ryder Cup in Medina 4 years ago when Europe made that great comeback. Probably the best live sport I've ever been to, really was. And hopefully with Darren Clark in charge again this year, they can go across, I think it's a Hazeltine actually, and win again, because it'd be tough to win over there, but Darren's looking forward to it.
But I assume you still follow golf now, right?
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
Who would you say is your favourite golfer?
At the moment...
You mentioned Darren Clark for a number of times.
Yeah, Darren. Any Irish, of course, Padraig Harrington. Rory's got to be.
Rory McIlroy, yeah.
Rory's Irish as well. He's a Manchester United fan on top of that. I just love watching golf, simple as.
Well, okay. Now, as you mentioned, a lot of footballers, they play golf, right, like yourself. But who would you say, besides yourself, who would you say is the best golf footballer?
Well, the ones I've played with, Yorkie would be Dwight York. He spends a lot of time playing golf. I think he's good friends with Sergio Garcia, actually. So, but he would probably be the best player.
Now, how did Sir Alex do though? I mean, from what I know, in United has a charity annual golf game, right? Which you won last year.
Yeah.
Sir Alex was playing in it.
Yeah, Sir Alex is a terrible golfer. I hope that's on camera, by the way. But we didn't actually play too much when he was manager because he used to think it tired you out. So we had to play on certain days. But there's a charity golf day every year for the Manchester United Foundation, and we have the present day players playing, the Wayne Rooney plays, We had Sir Alex playing, we had Louis van Gaal
Then
playing,
Giggs was playing
Ryan
as
Giggs
well,
was playing
yeah.
as well, Michael Carrick, and then you get some of the older players as well playing. So it's a good day that raises money for the foundation.
For a good cause,
Good cause.
yeah. Now, being a United legend yourself, what are your thoughts about United's performance this season, though?
The last 3 months have been hard. When you consider that we were top of the table mid-November, and in the last 3 months, particularly December, was a bad month for us. You know,
Yeah.
we lost 3 or 4 games, and we've been very inconsistent. And looking at it now, with you know, Leicester keep winning. I know they got beat at home, away to Arsenal on Sunday, but they look very strong, and they've had some tough fixtures. Spurs are looking the informed team. Arsenal are still a little bit inconsistent, but them 3 teams are quite a bit of distance from us.
Yeah.
So City, you know, 6 points ahead of us, but we'll have to play really well and win a few games for us to try and get fourth this year.
Do you think Leicester will take it this year?
No, I don't.
No?
I think Spurs. I think Spurs are going to surprise a few. I really do. I think they've got a good manager. They defensively they're very, very strong, and with Harry Kane up front, they've been scoring goals as well. Eriksen scored a winner against City, so I think they could surprise a few. You keep thinking it's Arsenal's year.
Yeah.
You think that every year, and I still think City will have a say in it because they have such a powerful team and squad. But I think it's going to be intriguing the last 2 or 3 months of the season, and unfortunately it doesn't look like we'll be in the mix. All we can do is keep going, but for us to have any designs of finishing in the top 4, you know, we have to start winning quickly.
Do you think Van Gaal is still a good choice, or Louis van Gaal?
Well, experience-wise,
Yeah.
you know, you, from his days at Ajax, where he started in managementship, you know, he won plenty at Ajax, went to Barca, won plenty there, won plenty at Bayern Munich. Even in between that, ASA Alkmaar, a small team in Holland,
Yeah.
he won there. He was fantastic for the Netherlands in the World Cup in Brazil. And as I said, up to November, we weren't playing great, but we were very, very solid, and we were winning games 1-0. But
What do you think happened from then on?
well, we've just been inconsistent. You can blame a few injuries and that, but you know, we should be better than that. And you know, 5th at the moment is a disappointment, I suppose. The defeat to Sunderland, that was a big blow for us. You know, with the top 4 playing each other, it was an opportunity to gain some points. So that was a missed opportunity. But as I said, all we can keep do is going. You know, we've got to target a cup success, and just hope that something breaks for us in the league, and you know, we go on a winning run.
Now, what do you think United can do, though? I mean, to strengthen their form at this point?
Well, I mean, I'm sure the manager will assess that in the summer, make some more signings. We need players in. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I think every team will be strengthened in the summer because there's more money's coming in from television. So we'll have to wait and see on that which players the manager will bring in.
No, but if you were a United manager, per se, who would you bring into the team, or whether it's a former player that retired or a new one, who would you bring in?
It's you know what, we all like to be managers.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody realises how hard it is. Gary Neville is a fantastic pundit on TV back home, an ex-Manchester United player. Became manager of Valencia 4 months ago, and just won his first league game last week. So I think that shows you how tough it is. It's up to the manager, whoever he brings in. You know, he'll decide that. But I'm sure we'll be in for some big players in the summer.
Would you ever consider taking on a manager role in future? Not ever?
No, not at all. I never thought I'd be cut out for management. I had a choice going into coaching or media, and ended up in doing media. And now I've got the great honour of working for the club as well, as long as doing my media duties and that.
Okay,
Come to great places like Malaysia, play some championship
more golf than manager then.
More golf manager, yeah. I don't play enough golf, unfortunately.
No, okay. Now, one of the things footballers always say, their greatest moments is always playing for their country.
Yeah.
Will you say that would be one of yours?
Without a doubt. It's a great honour to play for your country, and to play in the World Cup as well. Biggest match I ever played, I suppose, in my Ireland career, was the 1-0 victory against Italy in USA World Cup in '94 in New York, where we were very much the underdogs. But great privilege to play for Ireland, great honour. I think any lad grows up who wants to be a footballer loves to play for the country. And as I said, I was lucky. My career,
Yeah.
you know, what I mean, I got to say, you know, I had a great club career. Enjoyed tremendously playing for Ireland, so I've got no complaints.
Now you've played for Ireland, you've played for Manchester United. Which of both would you say has the most memorable match for you? Do you remember any particular one that stood out for you?
Well, yeah, because like, I mean, the players I played with United, it was a very successful era. Great players to play with, great memories, playing under a great manager. 91 in the Cup Winners' Cup against Barcelona in Rotterdam, where we were underdogs. But everybody remembers 99, the treble.
Of course.
The 10 days where we beat Spurs at home in the league. The first time we actually won the league at Old Trafford by beating Spurs at home. 6 days later, beating Newcastle at Wembley. And then creme de la creme, beating, of course, Bayern Munich at the Camp Nou to win the treble. No English club had done it before that, and no English club have done it since. So, as a professional footballer, I didn't think I'd have much chance of winning the World Cup with Ireland. So that probably comes a very close second.
The treble. All right. Now I can only imagine how it's like in the 99 year being in the stadium. But
Yep.
last but not least, Dennis, what's been keeping you busy lately?
I've been travelling an awful lot. I was in India last week, China a couple of weeks ago. It's great that I'm still involved with such a fantastic club. And particularly great coming to this part of the world as well, because we got, you know, Southeast Asia, we got some tremendous fans over here. So delighted that Maybank invited me over. If they invite me again next year, I'll probably practice a little bit more. Don't know where you get greens like that in England, but practice on the carpet or something like that back home. But great. I've been travelling an awful lot, and with Ireland being involved in the Euros as well in the summer in France. Look forward to doing a bit of work over there.
Well, hopefully that means that we'll see you back in Malaysia very soon.
I hope so.
All right, thank you
Thank
very
you
much,
very
Dennis.
much.
Thank you for
Thank
speaking
you.
to AllSportsAsia.
Thank you.